Hi everybody, this is Charlize the Nocti Girl here to share my passion for Leica and anything camera related. So in my last video, I provided an overview on all the Leica Film M cameras. Today, I'm going to show you how to load and unload film in some of them. As mentioned in my previous video, there are basically two types of loading systems. One that requires a take-up spool and one that doesn't. The M3 and the M2 require the separate take-up spool, while all the newer models starting with the M4 use the faster film loading system, so the take-up spool is no longer required. Let me show you how the take-up spool works with the M2.
Here's the M2. Turn the camera over and find the middle tab on the base plate. Flip it up and turn it counterclockwise to unlock the base plate. Then you set the camera down. Pull out the take-up spool. Make sure the take-up spool and the film cartridge are facing the same direction with the pointy part on top. Then you insert the film leader into the middle notch here. Make sure to insert the film far enough so the perforated arrow shows up completely. Pull out more film, then drop the whole thing in. Basically following the diagram you see here. Make sure the cartridge and spool are in far enough and the edge of your film is aligned with the middle strip. Close the back and lock the base plate. Now pay attention to the rewind knob, especially the two dots on there. If your film was loaded properly, the rewind knob should start spinning. After that, make sure you reset the film counter. The film counter resets automatically on the M3, as you see here, but needs to be done manually on the M2. Now to unload film. Turn the camera over, flip this lever down. Pull up the rewind knob, then you turn it clockwise. You should feel some tension. Keep turning until you feel the tension release. That's when you know it's done. Push down the knob, open the base plate and take out the film. I didn't unwind it completely as I'm just demonstrating and this is a new roll, but you get the idea. And voila!
Now I'll show you how the faster film loading system works with this M6. And you will load it the same way in the M4, M5, M7, MP, and MA.
So here's the M6. Turn it over and find the middle tab. Same thing, flip up the tab and turn it counterclockwise. Set the base plate down, grab your film, and follow the diagram here. Open the back first so it's easier to load. Drop in the cartridge and pull the film over to the other side so the tip of the leader is in the spool. Massage the film a bit so the edge is aligned with the middle strip here. Close the back. Now I like to advance the film a few times before I close the base plate just to make sure the gear is engaged. Put the base plate back on and lock it. Now advance your camera and watch the rewind crank. If your film was loaded properly, the crank should start turning like so. Set your ISO on the back, and you're ready to go. Now to unload, turn the camera over, flip this lever down towards the R, flip up the crank and you'll see an arrow. Turn it in the same direction as the arrow, or clockwise. You'll feel the tension and just keep cranking until the tension releases. Turn the camera over and take off the base plate. And there you go. That's how you unload film in the faster film loading system.
Now the M5 works just a bit differently as the rewind crank is now on the bottom of the camera, though it also uses the faster film loading system. So I will now show you how to load and unload film in the M5.
Here's the M5. Turn it over and find the base plate tab. flip it up and turn it counterclockwise. Turn the camera around so the door faces away from you and follow the diagram here. Grab your film, pull out the film and drop the leader into the spool. And push it down like so. Open the back door and make sure your film is in there straight and flat. Keep massaging the film so the edge of the film is aligned with the metal strip. Try advancing the film to make sure the gear is engaged. Close the base plate. Fire the shutter once and watch the rewind crank on the bottom. Same thing, if you loaded it properly, the rewind crank would start spinning. Now here's how to unload. Turn the camera over and flip down this lever. Flip up the rewind crank and follow the arrow. Start cranking in the direction of the arrow or counterclockwise. Keep cranking until you feel the tension release. Once the tension releases, you can take off the base plate. Take out your film.
And that's it! You now know how to load film in all the M series cameras. Which camera do you own or prefer? Leave me a comment down below. Alrighty, you've been knocked up today and I'm knocked out. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Next time I'll be talking about the Leica Vid and Rapid Winder, so stay tuned. Bye!